in our next panel, we have Dr. Nathan Mutwiri from the Kenyatta University. Dr. Nathan, and also we have, Dr. Caroline Kimutai. So I will introduce Dr. Nathan first. I think that's, I will go according to what's in the program. Dr. Nathan Mutwiri is a lecturer within the Department of Accounting and Finance, Kenyatta University. He holds a PhD in finance and bachelor's of law and specializes in financial market, corporate governance, and law. Dr. Caroline is a lecturer in the School of Business, Department of Accounting and Finance at Kenyatta University. Holds a PhD in finance, MBA in finance, a Bachelor of Education, Business Studies and Maths. And Dr. Caroline has more than 10 years extensive experience as a lecturer, researcher, and consultant. Area of research include corporate finance, entrepreneurial finance, public finance, and has published quite extensively. So without further ado, they will be in this session, they will be looking at the implementation of AML CFT standards in developing countries, and this will be a case study of Kenya. Dr. Caroline, you have the floor.
Thank you so much, and good afternoon. This side's it's afternoon. This is Dr. Caroline Kimutai from Kenyatta University. I'll be co-presenting with Dr. Nathan Mutwiri, and we'll be looking at the implementation of EML CFT standards in developing countries. And we're going to focus, or rather we're going to look at a case study that is Kenya. So Kenya is a major financial hub in East Africa. Actually, when we look at Kenya, Kenya is a country that has the largest and vibrant capital markets. And we find that Kenya has an FDI stock of around 14.4 billion. So that makes it the largest in East and Central Africa. And this position makes it highly susceptible to acting as a transshipment point for illicit trade and finance. When we look at Kenya from the year 1970 to date, we've lost around 10.6 billion USD in illicit financial flows. That clearly tells us that yes, Kenya has participated in one way or the other in money laundering. And that notwithstanding, Kenya hasn't been left behind in the fight against money laundering. In fact, Kenya signed and ratified all UN conventions on combating money laundering and terrorism financing. It is important to note that Kenya is a member of Eastern and Southern African Anti-Money Laundering Group. And in their evaluation that they did in the year 2010, the evaluation that they did in the year 2010, Kenya was identified as
I
a
just wanted to
country
start off by
with
saying that,
strategic
thank you very much to
in
both Connie and Anthony,
combating money
for their
laundering
insightful
and
presentations.
terrorism
Indeed,
financing,
we
in
have
combating
learned a lot
money
from them,
laundering
and they
and
do raise
terrorism financing.
various issues of concern.
These major
When we talk about Kenya,
deficiencies
for
were
example, just undergone our
identified
mutual evaluation
by this
process.
particular
We are
body,
waiting
and
for
the deficiencies
report.
were
And
lack
I
of
recall
counterterrorism law, which meant that terrorism financing was not criminalized or
on
penalized,
lawyers
and lack of operational financial intelligence.
Dr. Caroline, sorry for interrupting. Could you put your slide on slideshow mode?
Just ahead of the mutual evaluation process.
Currently we're seeing it in presentation. I mean, could you put it on presentation mode, should I say?
Passed by Parliament.
That is okay.
Isamlak had actually issued an ultimatum. And even before the Anti-Money Laundering Act was passed in Kenya in 2009, our central bank had been actually had to put in place measures for banks to be compliant, because if we were not compliant,
it has not changed
with the global
yet.
Anti-Money Laundering
but I see that you have clicked
then
it.
we would have,
if you just click it again, perhaps it
for
would.
example, credit lines, correspondent banking services. And I recall,
if not, we may have to continue.
In 2007, we had to confirm that our bank, the bank I was working for at the time, was compliant with these standards.
It's not showing
again,
the full
just a
screen.
minute, just 1 minute. I stop sharing when I share.
If anybody has a comment,
okay, thank you so much,
or a question, this is your time now.
And thank you, Richard, for the prompt.
Thank you.
No problem.
Hi, Mercy. I have just sent you 2 questions which were sent in. I hope that you can see them, but I can also resend.
Yes, I can see them.
Okay, so Caroline, you may have to enlarge the screen. If you go to the box in the corner and just click the big box by the X,
standards, but African nations
that may help.
The branch of the set standards more. Why is this?
Thank you.
So,
so.
And then this, I think the second question is identical.
Yes, fantastic.
That's better.
And then
yes, it is.
Thank you so much.
In Canada,
yes. So I was saying that in the year 2010, Kenya was identified as a country that had.
So I can read this comment for you if you want.
And this made Kenya to come up with laws. In the year 2013, they came up with the Proceeds of Crime and Anti-Money Laundering Regulations 2013. We have the Prevention of Terrorism Act 2012, and we have the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Act 2012. We have the Prevention of Terrorism Act 2012, and again they amended the Capital Markets Act 2012. So with this particular laws, Kenya
I don't know whether there are any other questions and comments.
Removed from the list in the
I can read one question out.
14. So as much as Kenya came up with these particular laws, which were able to address the deficiencies that were there,
standards
of
manned
course,
by
these laws
37
had
member
some
nations
consequences,
and
my
2
colleague
regional
is going to
organizations
proceed
have
from
on the
there.
inclusiveness, applicability and enforcement of the said standards. And I think I would just say if Professor De Coca would also like to join, if you could just increase the volume slightly, please. Thank you so much.
Yes, I've seen that question. And I think the others are just comments.
2014, Kenya was removed from the countries with strategic deficiencies.
Thank you. So over to you, panelists. Then we can wind up.
However,
we only have 5 minutes.
The laws have proved to be a bit overly restrictive, which sometimes lead to discouragement of legitimate investors in the financial sector. This is basically because of requirements for stringent screening. But also,
forum shopping.
well, Kenya was also
so,
trying
for
to
instance,
enact these laws.
Because of the dynamism of what is happening internationally, you found states like non-leaders like America moving away from the United Nations General Assembly, which was supposed to be where these rules are supposed to be developed, to more specialized organizations like UNCITRAL, which is the Commission on Trade Law, which is smaller with 40 members. And then you have the debates there, and then they say model laws and things regulations come out, and then they take it back to the General Assembly, and then the General Assembly adopts it. Now, with respect to money laundering, why is that system have worked for the non-leader before? They didn't even want to go to the General Assembly. So they used the FFTA, and then they used the structure of compliance, the control of the banking system, and the economic system, without need to revert to the General Assembly. So it's forum shopping that goes on, and it's the non-leaders who have the ability to generate the norm, to cascade it to a global norm, and then to get it internalized.
However, of course, the positive aspect of the laws is that
use these techniques to do it. Now, is it right or wrong? I don't want to make a comment on it. The purpose of my writing is to particularly draw attention of the global south to the dynamics of global norm making, and that hopefully they understand it, then they will be able to participate better. Thank you.
Again, there is need to ensure that there are some more laws which at least are supposed to cater for the
Incidentally, there are 2 more questions.
For example, Section 37B for the Tax Procedure Act,
should probably read out so that
which
we can address them all. Are there any attempts
exempt
to
money
localize the
from foreign countries?
Is there any forum dealing with
the Proceeds of Crimes and Anti-Money
Laundering?
So meaning that's a weakness, because it means money which is being repatriated,
Nigerian government is serious in its fight against corruption.
People can use
there a
advantage
place for
of
the argument
that
that
waiver
financial
or
crime
amnesty
is no
so
different to
that
other
they can
criminal
repatriate
offenses?
illicit finances
So please,
to the country.
maybe
There's
you
again
can
lack of
include all those,
harmonized framework. For example,
in your response. We
in
have
Kenya, there's
2
a
more
lot
minutes.
of mobile transactions. For example, in 2019,
thank you so much. These are very difficult and interesting questions.
USD billion was transacted through mobile money.
It's difficult to respond to those questions.
There's a lot
when
of
you look at
implementation and oversight
the
framework.
government
There's
in
again
Nigeria,
poor
you may
detection
get
in
mixed
terms of trying to
impression.
detect where
On
the
the
source
one
of this
hand,
illicit
there are
financing.
elements in the government that are fighting
Again,
for
there
better
was a
standards
commission,
and values.
national risk
And on the other
assessment,
hand,
which was supposed to do
a lot of people in Nigeria
research and come up with
like the fact
these
that
areas
the
on
place
money
is
and laundering
not
and
very
terrorism financing.
organized.
The report
you have
they want
2
to
minutes.
continue to take advantage.
Yes,
so,
I'm winding. Thank you.
as we when it comes to the canalization stage,
so recommendations
it's
very
important
the country needs
for two
to
things
enact
to happen.
laws, especially on mobile
domestic
banking, because
coalition
most of the transactions in Kenya these days are done through the mobile,
NGOs, etc.,
professionalization,
etc., to make sure that
to ensure
the
there is targeted intervention as opposed to blanket application.
are pushed.
Again, the parliament
on the other hand,
to have,
there needs to be an involvement of the state and the country in the generation of the norm, so that it will be more acceptable by the time it comes for internalization. So the attentions here and there, that is how I would like to leave it. Thank you.
These vices and maybe
yes, thank you very much, Anthony.
Professor
Dikoka
and Connie,
any further comments
does not really affect us that much. So again, also awareness is important, very important. So more training and awareness on the player sectors so that they can be again aware of the AML and FA.
I just wish to add and say that I agree with Dr. Ibra that
thank you for
Africa needs to find a way of
thank you
bringing
very
itself at
much,
the forefront,
Dr. Nathan and
be
Dr.
involved
Caroline,
in the
for your
norm-making.
very
That's the only way we can articulate
detailed presentation
our problem.
and brought on
Because
very,
we
very
cannot
key issues, and I
100%
think that
fault
that's also
the
quite relevant to
norm-makers
other
from
countries,
the global
especially I think
north.
the first slide when you mentioned,
They set these standards according to
the
what
financial
they know,
hub, being a financial hub comes with its advantages, but
we
also
need to
comes
bring
with
in
disadvantages.
our own understanding and our interesting perception, so that the norms are also suitable to us.
FATF recommendation, mutual evaluation reports, and we've seen also that terror financing tends to capitalize very much on these financial hubs.
Essentially,
but having said that, we've just concluded three
and how
panels.
that impacts on inclusiveness. I think it's important not to focus only on country membership. It underestimates the impact of FSRBs,
the regional bodies
taking
any role in helping to improve the capacity
and
for African
North African countries,
or other agencies.
Their voices are
Africa
invited into the process
implementation
in order to bring balance.
I'm sorry, Connie,
and
I think you just have to wrap up now.
Yes,
we are totally out of time.
Okay. And then in addition to that,
just wrap up
some of the biggest successes that we've had,
so to wrap
getting
it all
changes
up, I
in
would say
FATF
that,
norms
there is hope.
was outside of FATF and
the
outside of membership,
can be called to the table,
where we
look into these issues and we ask, how do we go about this? I believe
that convinced the decision makers, even though we were not in the room.
Way,
so there are ways,
which
I
believe
do think it's important
they're not
for the
all
Global
wrong.
South
it's just a matter
to consider,
of
especially using
adapting
the capacity
relevant,
at this
circumstances
event
in the global
to
South.
build the data to make a compelling case.
Thank you so much,
to change standards
Connie,
so that they meet the integrity
again,
objectives
very
of Africa.
Insightful presentation.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, all the panelists, Connie, Anthony, and also Professor. And I think we are looking forward to the rest of the sessions for today and also tomorrow. I'll hand back to the coordinators of this program. Thank you.
Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much. I've actually got a problem with my camera at the moment, so I will log off and log back in shortly. But I'd like to just invite Mr. Richard Chellin to come up so that he can introduce his panel and the next session. Thank you.